One of the things that I've learned over my lifetime is that people like to do business with people they know, people they like, and people they trust. And this is one of the reasons I believe that a lot of local businesses, contractors, home service businesses that try to advertise on Facebook fail with their advertising because they don't really understand that philosophy when using these platforms. And it's something that I'm beginning to understand as I'm learning these Facebook ads for home services, local contractors, and things like that, understanding that philosophy of building up that likability and trust of a business. So let me explain exactly what I'm learning here as I'm learning Facebook ads for home service businesses. What up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping local businesses, contractors, and home services understand this internet, search engine optimization, website design, and hopefully, really soon here, Facebook advertising to market their services and generate more leads for their business. Now, in this video, I want to talk about more about the Facebook ads concept that I'm beginning to learn and trying to understand and trying to master. Again, and before I begin, I want to let you guys know I am no master. I don't know, I'm just beginning the stages of understanding this Facebook marketing, advertising for a local business, for a local home service, for a local contractor, and things like that. So everything I talk about in this video, it's almost theoretical, basically. It's nothing concrete, just ideas that I have and I understand when people do businesses for a local service or a local business or anything like that. One of the fundamental things I've learned over time is that we have a tendency, us as human beings, to do business with people that we know, people that we like, and people that we trust. This was why when we hire, let's say, a carpet cleaning, we'll ask somebody in our close relatives or a family friend or anything like that, hey, do you know a good carpet cleaning service around the area? We'll take their recommendation because we like our family. And if our family likes that carpet cleaning, more likely we're going to like that carpet cleaning service and we'll call them up to come over here and service our carpets, right? That's the whole philosophy for that. And another thing, inherent thing is that us human beings, we love to buy things, but we hate to be sold. This is one of the reasons I hate advertisement on YouTube, on any platform. I can't stand it because it's just my natural instinct. It repels me. I hate to be sold, but I sure love to buy. And everybody's the same. This is why search engine optimization is so great because you're hitting those customers that have already reached that pinnacle of buying mode. Let's say, for example, that you are a junk removal business and you show up at the top of the search results for junk removal in your particular town. The people that typed in junk removal in that particular town have had it. They've had enough. They're fed up. Maybe they bumped themselves in the garage and they're tired of the crap. So much so that they actually pulled out their phone and typed in junk removal in their town or junk removal near me and made the call. They are set. They made up their mind. They're ready to purchase. This is what's so powerful about SEO. And I think a lot of contractors and home services, I myself, I've tried to advertise for my business before on Facebook as well. One of the harsh realities was people on those platforms aren't buying. They're not in buying modes. They're not searching for services or anything. Basically, they're screwing around, wasting time and having their mind wander and just escape reality for a while. So, understanding that you have to come up with a better way of marketing and advertising your services using those platforms. And this is something that I'm beginning to learn as I'm starting to learn and trying to learn Facebook ads because I just want to, how do I say, future proof my business and future proof, hopefully, local contractors and home services for the near future because I see it as a growing trend. Along with this SEO stuff, only the map listings is what I focus on. And maybe you could create some kind of 1-2 punch with both of them combined by having your business properly advertised on Facebook with a very low budget, but using a strategy of building up the likability and the trust of your business. So, some of the best ways for me to describe this is using my business as an example, right? I'm in the website design and search engine optimization business. And what I tended to do was gravitate just strictly to home services and contractors and things like that. I don't do it for lawyers. I don't do it for doctors. None of that crap. I just don't relate with those types of people. They're cool people, but I talk a lot of shit. From the construction background, I used to drive a truck, so it seems like I get along with these types of people better. I talk their language, so That's why I gravitated to. But my competition is unbelievably brutal. Go ahead, go on your phone right now, go on your computer and look for an SEO agency, a marketing agency near you. There's dozens and dozens on them. There's dozens of them here on YouTube. They're rampant. They're everywhere. So how does some scrubby guy like me, ex-truck driver, build up my business? Do I do paid advertisement? I could. Do I do cold outreach? That's exactly what I did in the beginning. Thank God I did it back in the day when it wasn't as competitive, but now it's brutally competitive. And going back to the philosophy of people doing business with people they like, trust, and they know, and all that kind of thing, I decided to go ahead and start YouTube. I felt really comfortable on camera. I can't explain why. It's pretty easy to do. I just talked to the camera as if I was talking to one of my friends. And then I just spouted out things that I knew about SEO and website design and things like that. Learned a little bit of the keyword research for some of these videos in hopes that home services and contractors and local businesses would see my video content, get some good information off it. They hopefully can implement it on their own websites, on their own listings, and all that stuff, help improve their business. And I generally wanted to help some people that just kind of want to do it on their own. While at the same time, I figured eventually some people would reach out to me for a website design or for some of their SEO, and I'd be willing to do that. And even though it took a long time, I started making videos for months at a time and I targeted just one specific industry. But it took a while for those videos to start gaining some traction and people finally starting to reach out, emailing me, giving me a phone call, booking the calls with me, and things like that. And eventually that's what led to me building up my business. And a lot of the people that I've helped in the past, one of the main things they would say to me was, I want to do business with you because I like you. You seem like a pretty trustworthy person and you're putting yourself out there. They liked me even before they even reached out for the particular service. And this was great. So when I started to do some Facebook marketing for my own business, I remember building out my little ads and setting them out and targeting specific people. And they'd reach out, and sometimes I'd get an appointment booked from those Facebook ads that cost me a fortune, by the way. I'd get on the phone with these people and I'd try to sell them on a website or my SEO services or things like that. And the sale was brutal. These people didn't even like me. They say, hey, man, I just want to see what you got. I want to see what your pricing is. Someone would avoid my call. It was just a pain in the ass. And I just kept scratching my head. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And when I started to realize it, I started realizing that these people have no idea who I am. They've never met me before. I've gotten so accustomed to people reaching out to me because they already knew me from all these YouTube videos and all the information I've given. I figured it was going to be the same thing with those ads that I set up on Facebook and some of the leads I would generate from that. But those leads were some of those most brutal ones for me to even try to sell all my services. So this is the way that I'm seeing how you can use Facebook as a local business, a local contractor. Like I said, I'm taking some training and I'm trying to understand his whole philosophy behind it. And I could see how if you do a different strategy on Facebook with your business, the potential there is there. Like, again, this is purely experimental. I'm just trying it with just one contractor right now as I learn this process. And I want to be completely upfront with it and be open with it and tell people what's working, what isn't working, if it's a bunch of bull crap, or I could see the strategy starting to play out and possibly work. I could see that. And this is why I wanted to do this. So later on, I can maybe teach some contractors and home services who want to understand how to use this Facebook platform as well to build up their business. So I could show them some of the things I learned, and hopefully maybe I can create some kind of system, a program where I can help local businesses with the same thing. One of the things I am noticing is it's very, very cheap. The strategy that I'm learning is basically you creating ads that are like $5 each day. So the philosophy behind it is that you build out video ads and try to capture the attention. That's all you're trying to do, is just trying to capture the attention of people that could possibly use the service that you're trying to advertise. So a lot of the problems that I saw with Facebook ads, this is kind of why I've never really wanted to gravitate towards them, is because I noticed a lot of like contractors and home services would create an ad. Well, let's say, for example, let's say window cleaning. Let's say I had a window cleaning business, right? So you would create an ad that says 20% off window cleaning, and you'll have your business there. Are your windows dirty? We're offering 20% off for window cleaning. We're a local business, blah, 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 blah. But I think what people fail to realize is that when you're on Facebook, you don't care about your windows. You don't care about any of that stuff. Even though you could target them for the local region and all that stuff, people just scroll right by and they don't care about getting their windows clean. Sure, some might stumble on the ad and take it out, take a look at it, but they're not super serious about it, right? Same with asphalt paving. So I created this ad here using some AI generated stuff. I took some video clips from the location where the business is at and things like that. But my whole idea behind it, this was for asphalt paving. And I used to see asphalt paving jobs. Hey, we're a paving company and so. Call us today for 20% off driveway paving, blah, blah, blah. Local business since the 1980s, go on and go on and go on. But people don't care. They just, whatever, you know what I mean? They just keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling. So what I'm learning is why not create a video ad that's like 60 to 90 seconds long and have it targeted where it gives out some free information on, like, say, for example, driveway paving or parking lot. This one's a parking lot, right? What to look for in your parking lot if you're thinking about getting either repaired or replaced, things that you can go out there yourself. You, the owner, can go out there and take a look at your parking lot. Here's some of the things that you can look for. It's going to let you know if that parking lot needs to be repaired or possibly replaced. Just a free little guide. And I created this ad that shows that I'm going to give out a free checklist to look for and things like that. But the whole idea behind this ad is not to generate a lead. I don't care about generating a lead at all. The whole idea of this ad is so when somebody's scrolling through Facebook, screwing off and escaping life, right? They're screwing off. The only people's attention is going to capture are people that actually own a parking lot or some kind of commercial space that have thought about their parking lot. That's the whole idea. I wanted to look at this ad and people go, I don't know what the hell this is, and they screw off and just go right by it. So here's the ad that I designed after some of the things that I've been learning. I've been really patient. It's very tough to sit there and really learn this stuff, but I'm gonna try and see if this works out. I just feel like this is going to be not the future, but part of the future for marketing, like local services, home services, contractors, and things like that. So I created this ad again to the intention of just capturing the information or capturing the attention of people that have a commercial parking lot or something like that. Own a commercial property in Reno, Carson City, or Tahoe. Not sure if the parking lot needs repairs or full replacement. If this is not for me, I'm on. I'm on my way. I'm going to continue scrolling, looking at pictures of cats falling off trees or something silly, whatever the hell's on there that's making people laugh these days. And that's the whole point of this ad, just to keep people scrolling, keep them scrolling. But now let's say I do own a commercial property in that area and let's say, discussed it with my wife that we need to fix our parking lot. This shit looks terrible. We need to get fixed. All of a sudden, this ad catches my attention and I just watched the video. And it says in the next 60 seconds, I'll show you exactly how to inspect your lot yourself so you know whether you need to patch it, replace it, or just leave it alone before you waste any money. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and watch the video. I'm not going to take any action, but I'm going to watch it. And I made it about 90 seconds, 80 seconds, something to that extent. And the whole purpose of this ad here is to create something that's called an invisible list. So what I'm learning from, it's called Ads by Laurel. She's teaching this stuff for like coaching type businesses, but I can see how this could be used for a contractor. So what's happening is I'm going to start capturing the information of people who've watched, let's say 25, 50, 75, and 100% of this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list. I'm going to wait till this gets to about 200 people. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to retarget. I'm going to create another ad that's a more salesy, a type of ad that says, hey, you're looking for commercial parking lot services, things like that. Here's some things you need to look for. Book a call with us today. We'll knock 10% off the project, something more salesy. So what I'm going to do is like capture people who've watched, let's say 50% of this ad. Let's say I have 200 people that watched 50% of this ad. Nobody's going to sit here, especially on people who have the attention span of a little mouse nowadays. They're not going to sit here and watch this 60 to 90 second clip unless they are interested in possibly fixing up their parking lot or have questions about it, right? So what I'm going to do is, let's say I have a list of 200 people that have watched 50% of this ad. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a more salesy ad and send this ad to those 200 people who've watched this ad and just let it work its magic. And the idea behind here is to keep adding even more. Add like another 1 or 2 or 3 ads, different types of ads, retargeting people that have watched 50% of this ad. And what happens with time is some of these, let's say I need a commercial parking lot let's say I own an apartment complex out there in Carson City, Nevada, and I've been thinking about getting my parking lot redone. I haven't really reached that level yet. I know it's in the back of my mind, but I keep seeing these ads from this guy right here, his company, and I see some of the work he's done. Maybe he does an ad about testimonials. Maybe he has an ad of a recent project he just completed. Now he has an ad talking a little bit more about his business. Then I decide to type in, Great West Asphalt Paving out in Reno. I see his website online. I see his Google business profile online. I see he's got good reviews. And eventually I'll just go ahead and call this guy. And I'm going to feel as a customer way more comfortable now because I've seen his ad so many times. I've gotten to like him. I've gotten to trust it. And I've gotten to know more about the business. So I know who's going to come out there and reach out to me and give me an estimate for my paving, for my asphalt paving. So it's the same concept before, like with my YouTube channel, making videos and giving out free information to people. Now people reach out to me, they like me, know me, and they trust me. It's easier to do business with those people. So the same philosophy here, but you're speeding it up by paying for advertising. And then this ad's only costing me about $5 a day. I don't even think it goes through the whole budget because it's such a small number of people that actually own a commercial parking lot, right? And I have another one set up for driveways. So let me show you some of the stats really quick. One of the things I'm quickly learning about Facebook, it gets complicated, and I already had set up in a campaign, and for some reason my payment didn't go through, and it's stuck. It won't let me pay, it won't let me. So I had to start the whole damn thing over, which is fine because I only had it going for like 3 days before. Plus, I wanted to make my ads better. So here's what I did. So I set one up for driveways and another one for parking lots. So the driveways I set up on a couple days ago. And the whole goal again is just to get people to view the video, right? And I got 442 people to watch 25% of that video. I got 251 people to watch 50% of that driveway video that I set up. So I'm already building up this list of people that possibly could want an asphalt driveway. And the parking lot one, I got 24, but this one's, I just barely set it up last night. And it's working its magic there. And you can see too, I got some people that are watching all of it. I got 49 people that watched the entire driveway video, which is pretty crazy to me because the video is pretty crappy. I didn't do that great of a job on it, but with some of my editing skills, I learned how to make the video and get it going. I even got some clicks on here too. I don't have any idea. So these are different from the previous ads. The other ones, I didn't have a link pointing back to the guy's website. I had to just have messages, and I was able to get like 5 leads to people that wanted some driveway stuff. Still haven't got the results from the guy I'm helping to let me know if he actually closed those deals. Nonetheless, I'm generating the leads. But I'm going to let this run for maybe another 5 or 6 days, and I'm going to start retargeting with some different types of ads and specifically targeting people that have watched, let's say, 50% of the videos. I don't want to waste my time with anybody just kind of just stroll through the video. So let's say 50%. So let's say I have a list of 400 people that have watched 50% of the videos. Those are the people I'm going to target. And the great thing with Facebook is it's targeting in those local regions. So I'm hoping all this crap works. And I'm seeing I am understanding the philosophy behind it, because what you're doing is you're building up the trust, and likability factor of your business doing it this way. They're seeing your Facebook page, they're seeing your posts, they're getting to know your business. You keep putting video content out there. I could see how this could work, but let's see. Looks like I'm crossing my fingers in hopes that it works. So now, will all of this work out? I have no idea. I said I'm willing to try it, willing to experiment. The costs are pretty cheap. The hardest part so far is actually making the videos. And I'm glad I've been on YouTube now for a couple of years, and I've learned some of this editing. I'm not like the best editor. I just kind of just wing it as I'm going. And I've been able to create some like 60 to 90-second little video ads describing some of this parking lot stuff and what to look for and all that. And I have some knowledge behind some of this stuff. That's the hardest part of it. And understanding the interface and how this whole damn thing works, that's a pain in the ass too. But I'm beginning to understand it. Like, so one of the things I do, I tell people one of my superpowers is being patient. That's why I always say, get a pot of coffee ready, sit down. And I'm pretty good at like blocking everything off and just trying to focus and figure some of this stuff out. And that's what I'm trying to do with this Facebook ads. If it works, fantastic. I'm going to share it and be, all over it. If it doesn't, screw it. We'll move on to other things. But I really feel like it could work. I just got to have the patience and the tenacity to keep going with it. I really think it could work in targeting local areas, and it's going to build up the trust factor of the business. I still strongly believe in the SEO. Don't get anything mistaken here. It's incredibly strong. The map listings, especially, because those are your best clientele. Because those are like I said, those are the people that fed up. Let's say I lived in Carson City. My parking lot's finished. I had somebody trip and fall and get hurt because I have such a huge pothole in my parking lot, and I'm done. I need to get that shit fixed. I'm going to go on Google, type in paving contractor here in Carson City or near me. Boom, whoever shows up on there, that's what I'm going to start calling and booking an appointment to get a free quote on my asphalt. That's still some of the best piece of marketing you could do. This is why I still, offer my whole SEO course, my training, my website design to get you found on Google. You can check out in the description below. But I do see Facebook being a huge part of it, a huge 1-2 punch in building out your business credibility, likability, getting people to know who you are, and then trust your business. And I don't see a lot of local businesses and contractors going to be able to put in the effort, the energy, and the patience to build up that trust and likability on these social media platforms. So that's going to give you a huge advantage, I think, if I can figure this whole damn thing out. So if you guys want to know why I think this Facebook thing is going to take off in the future, I made a video. You can check that out right here. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.